Small man work. All right. Yeah, going. All right. So we're just going to take a simple chord progression, and this is literally one of the techniques that this type of composer will use, or this type of, like, if you remember when they used to have piano players at malls and stuff, you know.
That's exactly right.
Restaurants, it's the type of work I've done it. I did it in college a lot. It's a good way to make ends meet. Not anymore. Now it's all just iPods because iPods are free, which is unfortunate. But so all that you're gonna do is take a simple chord progression. I'm gonna give you one right now, and you're just gonna play with it and improvise with it, and it's gonna go like this. So basically, the chord progression is the first part of canon in D. So you're gonna have a D major, A major.
I'm sorry, D major,
A major,
A major,
B minor,
B minor,
and then G major, right?
Okay.
So you're gonna take. This is why we learn music theory, so we can keep all this stuff organized in our heads. So it's not just a bunch of random notes. We know that D major is a D, F sharp, and an A. We know that A major is A, C sharp, and E. We know that B minor is B, D, and F sharp, and G major is G, B, and D. So what that means is, if in the case of D major, we have D, F sharp, and A. That means all the Ds on the piano, all the F sharps on the piano, all the A's on the piano are fair game, right? So, and that's true for each of the chords. So whenever you're playing D major, you can play all the D's, F sharps, and A's that you want up and down the piano. And that's what the experiment, when you are experimenting with this, you want to try out different things and see what you like, because just because the math works doesn't mean it's going to sound good. And who decides if it sounds good or not is you. So this is where you have to sit and discover this stuff and think about it. And for me, this is the most rewarding and fun part. It's also very difficult because you're thinking so hard, but then you have to make aesthetic judgments. But anyway, as long as you stick within, color in the lines right now. You start by coloring in the lines before you can kind of get out of there. But if you stick to those notes, you're not going to play anything horrendous or offensive. The goal of this is to play something just nice background music anyway. So we're going to start very simply. First you just want to play the chords, right? Each of them. And then maybe let's do some inversions. So if we want, first of all, remember all the inversions of the chords that just do a quick. And then here, that even could be part of the song. And practice, going up don't stop there. Just see how it sounds as you move up the piano, because you can go all the way up into fairyland there. And all the way down, you can start to see as you go down, you're going to find a part where it starts to just turn into mud. So for me, that is not a place that I'm going to really go, especially for a relaxing kind of a thing, right? So think about that. And then when you play them all like that, play them, we've done this before where you do your inversions, So I'm going D major root position to A major first inversion, then B minor root position to G major first inversion. Practice that. And even just practicing that sounds good. Right?
It does.
And we're still playing with the right hand. Then you want to go start on your D major first inversion. And then A major second inversion. And then B minor second inversion. to G major root position, something like that. Doesn't matter as long as you are playing the right chords. You know, you can mess with the inversions. You could play root position D and then up to second inversion A, and then down to root position B minor.
So it doesn't make any difference.
Doesn't, as long as you're playing, like when you're playing a D major chord, it has to be all Ds, F sharps, and As. When you're playing A major, it has to be all C sharp and E. It doesn't matter what order they're in; they just have to be. It has to be those notes and not other notes.
Got it.
And once you do that, you know, maybe you could start, and with the sustain pedal especially, like you hold the sustain pedal down and you could do things like this. You can play your D major here, you can play it up there, play 3 of them, right? And then go to A major. You're gonna pick the pedal up and then go to push it down for the next chord so that those notes really resonate, right? B minor. I'm just playing root position B minors. And then G major, all root position, right? And anything you can really think of, you know, challenge your brain. Try to come up with different mathematical combinations.
So work with work with D, and then separately work with A, and then separately work with B minor, and separately work with G.
Yeah, it doesn't even have to be in the constraints of you know,
this
really
is all right
specific
hand
rhythm. Well, it's going to be both hands, but right now it's just right hand stuff. And I was about to get to the left hand. The left hand in the beginning, all you want to really do is play the roots. You don't have to play big chords and stuff. So you can just play D, A, B, G. If you get used to that, put your thumb on D. If you get used to going D, A, B, G, then you can just play the D here and just hold it while you're messing around. Just one note, yeah. So I'm playing D, and I can just kind of mess around with my right hand on all the D major stuff. Then I can go to A.
But just the note.
Just the note, yeah. And then go to B for my B minor. And then to my G. Now, the only variation I would start with is just going down an octave. So it's going to be bigger. I wouldn't go all the way down, but just here, you know? So it makes it more substantial, right? Also, actually, you could go up. You know, the bass doesn't have to be low. The bass could be here. It's going to change the whole character if your bass is up here. Or even up here. You really start to go up. Yeah, the whole thing shifts up and down. Mainly, I want you to understand that, I mean, with your right hand, you can be playing here, but you could also be playing all the way up there. It's the same notes. They're just higher. And you, as an artist, have to...
Wow, this is a lot.
It's, just a couple, you know, I mean, 3 notes for each chord. I'm just thinking out loud right now. These are the types of things that I would start with, but there's any combination, you know?
This is gonna
no, I'm going to do one more thing, because we're going to, not just these, but, you know, an extension of just playing block chords, play them one note at a time. And then to A major, you know? And any pattern you can think of, going up and down, or just up, or just you play them one at a time all the way up, and I'm holding the pedal so that it just rings out, you know? But what I'm trying to get your brain to do more than anything is memorize those notes. In D major, D, F sharp, and A. You can play out of order. Any F sharps, Ds. Yeah, exactly. And that's when you start to...
This is going to be fun for me. It's not going to be easy, but this is what I want to do.
It's not easy, but it's...
I want to do this. Because this is something you can just keep doing. I mean,
you can do it all day, man.
All day long. Thank you. This is going to keep my little mind going.